get stuck on leader for some reason.
Leader.
You can do it. Oh, he's not done. He's still not done. Keep going.
Flip the sign to closed. Okay, we can do that. Closed. God damn it! God damn it! Ah! No!
Fart because you're nervous falling off a cliff, but you're I think that you've written a whole new verse in Alanis Morissette's "Wouldn't That Be Ironic" song. Fart on a cliff, 'cause I'm scared of heights. No. Okay. Don't fart. Oh, God. I farted.
go.
And here we have...
I snap the flaps would work too. Let the blank begin.
Come carefully. Oh.
Holy fuck!
Moving right along.
Shit. Classic Viva moments. Viva la Dungeon. Just so everybody knows, and we definitely have to record this, the goose has stolen Grandma and Grandpa's sex tape number 76 or whatever it is.
Get in the pickle barrel.
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 Well, it doesn't make very much difference because sooner or later, will all of us be on the menu? All of us.
Classic Viva moments. Hey there, bud. It's me, the sword. Yeah, I'm Bill. I'm magic. We're gonna win Viva. Now put me in your butt. What? Yeah, that's right. It's how the magic works. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Am I? Viva la Dungeon.
Persuasion and too weary, lebiesta lima leofictum, neoesis gelium menteste, broidio veririum. Yes, yes, I've summoned the Gelanius cubes, the mystic knives, and the phylacteries. Sugarlit cereal, now with marshmallows. They are truly delicious. You'll never get my marshmallows.
Oh, Vanny, I cannot wait for summer.
Yeah?
Just chilling in the hot tub, just relaxing.
Okay, that's
So
pretty good.
comfy in here, you know what I mean?
I don't think I know what you... Oh, no. Stop that. You stop that right now. No. Why
Oh my gosh, monsters. Hi. Hello. Hello, monsters. Welcome. It's been too long. It'll be more regular from here on out. It came the dungeon regularly with more fiber. Diabetes industry. Your trash can is here. What is up, Only Flaps? What is up, Bob the Bee? What is up, Father J? This shit it came from the dungeon. Tonight, well, before I get into what we're doing tonight, we have a couple things to address. One, the winner of last Viva was Milady Saito. Congratulations, Milady Saito. And I got my first box of chips from Buttery Jack Sweet Corn. Yes. And this is gonna look ooh, look at that, sweet and spicy ketchup. A sweet and spicy ketchup, yes, from Mr. Jack, Buttery Jack Sweet Corn. Apparently the only person who truly loves me. I think I felt something just then. Okay, anyway, we're gonna feel something by trying The sweet and spicy Miss Vicky's ketchup. Crafted with care since a whopping 1987. Ooh, boy. Ooh. Alright. First up. Oh, the bag sniff. Okay. Smells like some McDonald's fries and ketchup in here. Bing. Oh. Hey. Hey. All right. Smells good. Smells ketchupy. That's older than everyone here, is it? Not older than FJ or Diomedes. Okay, so okay, so here's my thing. This is going to be on a scale from 1 to yeah, there is quite a youngin' in the room. Between the flats. Werebury? Oh, did you go visit Banana while they were streaming? Okay. Alright, so here's the scale for ketchup chips. It's 0 to fuck, what's that brand in Maine? What is the Humpty Dumpty's? From 0 to Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty being a 10. Alright? These are decent. Crafted in Canada. Miss Vicky's a Canadian thing. Not bad. Not like a flavor hit like the Humpty Dumpty's. Definitely not Takis, which is a bit above Humpty Dumpty. They're mild, which kind of bums me out because nowadays in the world of Taki land, I just want to be blasted. I want to be like, my mouth is on fire with your tangy ketchup taste. They're like lightly dusted. The flavor itself, good. Sweet, definitely ketchup. I'll be munching on these all night. Thank you, Only Flaps. It was good. Yeah. Thank you very much, Butterjack. Butterjack sent a box of them. I'm only going to open up these for tonight. A box not of just ketchup, a box of a bunch of different kinds. And a gotcha toy for Little Lich, which she really enjoyed. Alright, so I'll be munching on these. They're pretty good. I'll tell you at the end of the night if, like, I don't know, I discover something new if I keep eating them. So tonight, the movie is the 1959 classic, The Monster of Piedras Blancas. We're going to consult the Encyclopedia of Monsters, which of course has the Monster of Piedras Blancas, an amphibious reptilian humanoid. In addition to its ability to live underwater, the scaly, hairless, long-clawed creature possesses phenomenal physical strength. Hell yeah. Hey, it's a crow in yellow. I just might be blasted. They do taste like ketchup. No, like here, it's actually sweet and spicy ketchup chips. They're not bad. They're not bad. They're not bad. Not incredibly flavorful. They're a little like, they're not Humpty Dumpty. So close, FJ. The legendary monster of Piedras Blancas dwells in a cave beneath a lighthouse on the desolate California coast of Piedras Blancas, which stands for White Stones. That's the movie that we're going to have playing while we play the game, which will be Slay the Princess, which is humming along in the background as we speak. Thank you all for coming to It Came from the Dungeon. Before we start tonight's festivities, monsters, I just want you to know that it's better to be a monster, because if you're not, you're just meat. the beast. Let's go to the game. Do you want to go to the game and movie? Yeah, here we go. Roll Jacks. Yeah, there's ooh, that's this. That's this. Anyway, this is Slay the Princess. This is actually let's do movie. Where am I at? Why am I not? Oh, that's right, because I'm inside here. Hi. Let's start this movie off. Really quick, just the first minute or so. Right out the gate. I want to like barbecue. I want to like barbecue, you know, but it's just, I don't know, man. Always sounds, yeah, salt and vinegar chips. I'm with Bob. I'm a lighthouse worker. That's what I do. I work the lighthouse. I keep the light burning.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey, you there! I told you to stay away from this light! I'm Emmett! Now go on! Beat it!
Bob, we don't call other people's tastes absurd. Plus, that's the second time you use that word. If you use it one more time, Monster of Piedras Blancas, we're going to take away your word card. Okay, so the movie has begun. Alright, you need to relax. Alright. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a love story. I'm gonna move you guys over here. Lazy princess. New game, please.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Ooh.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh my gosh. We gotta kill a princess, because otherwise it's gonna end the world. Explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees.
You guys can hear this voice well.
Perhaps most problematically of all,
Cookie Mandy is.
no more people.
Cookie Mandy.
You have to put
Hold
an
on.
end to her.
We have to put an end to the princess. I got chips from Buttery Jack's Sweet Corn, my the one who really loves me. Miss Vicky's Sweet and Spasta Ketchup Chips. I have tried them. I'll be munching them all night. Oh yeah, Bob the Bee. I was just talking about people from the dungeon. Bob the Bee, yeah. No one beats your love. I like American cheese. I like it. Don't judge me, Crow. I like trash cheese. I like trash people and I like trash cheese. You tell him, Bob. Oh, I cannot wait to take your package inside me. Consume your package. I cannot wait to consume your package. How many bags? Oh, well. I got a bag of sweet and ketchup chips. I got a bag of Lay's Japanese, hot and sour lemon braised chicken feet flavor. Another one that is Lay's, looks like beer flavor. Then a spicy dill pickle. Miss Vicky's a spicy dill pickle. Yeah, I'm saving. Don't you worry. Saving some. If you come down here with a bowl, I'll give you some right now, Bob. You might need a bigger package. Alright, so end of everything. No more birds, no more trees, no more people. We must slay the princess explorer. If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. That's right.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess.
Oh.
The danger comes if she gets out.
Oh.
Which she will, unless you do something about it.
Did you guys say you can hear this guy, the narrator, good? Ooh, dips and chips. You can hear me? Okay, thank you, Crow. Okay, what happens if she gets out then? I want specifics. Yeah, let's do
The more
it.
specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her.
Right.
Because listening to her is in their nature.
Right.
And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Oh. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Do you have any evidence to back this up? Killing a princess seems bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
No. Oh, a princess seems bad.
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Wow. Wow. Calling out all princesses. Holy shit. Can someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
Oh.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Well, that is because I am wearing a shirt of myself. That's how cool I am. I am a monarchist.
Like I said,
Ooh,
I
nice
don't
one, Crow.
make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Oh. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Well, duh.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well...
Good point. I mean, why else am I here, right? Yeah. Alright.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Crazy, see, I've just started the game and I'm just asking questions right now.
No use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Jeebus.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay. Okay, fine. Look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Or, okay, I'm sold, let's get this over with. Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Silently continue to the cabin. Turn around and leave. What do you guys think? Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Silently continue to the cabin. Inventory full. Hello. Look.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies.
Oh.
And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Hello, inventory.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Doomed? Doomed?
So sure.
Like doomed?
Talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Okay, Crow. Alright, here we go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Okay.
You'll find the princess within.
Oh my gosh.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yeah.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He doesn't? But he's inside me. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
Oh.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Pristine. I knew a pristine once. It was an awesome car. Killed a bunch of people.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Ooh. We got some
Don't you worry. I'll get it back several times over. Remember, you're taking me to the windswept Saturday night.
hot beach action. Look at this cool tattoo.
You know darn well it was.
We are watching the Monster of Piedras Blancas. Alright, back to it. Okay. I got the blade. Enter the basement. Ooh, I got a little blade now in my hand. Look at that.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
I heard
this
womb.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, no kidding.
Her voice carries up
Oh
the
shit,
stairs.
here we go.
Who's there?
Is that the person who voices Bangalore? Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Just checking in. Hi. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. What do you guys want to do? First person. Hi. Just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Continue down the stairs silently like Jason. Jason Voorhees. Michael Myers. No, Father Jason's not going to kill me. Wait, do you think she's going to kill me? She's not really here. She's not real. This ASMR sponsored Buttery Jack Sweet Corn. Miss Vicky's sweet and spicy ketchup chips. Bob, what should I do? Which one of these options should I pick? Sexy kissing in the beach. The monster's coming? I bet a monster's coming to kill him. Oh.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Oh.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so
Shiver.
coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I'm interested in seeing how this game pulls off not being like incredibly short.
Focus on the task at hand.
Like you gotta slay the princess, and now you've got a knife and the princess. I could just end this game really quick. Just shiver. Focusing.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Maybe? Maybe? Hold on a second. I have a feeling these guys are gonna... Oh my gosh. Alright. What? No way! Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah. You caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steel your nerves and step forward.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare.
Don't you dare.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Diomedes
Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Diomedes, we are watching the Monster of Piedras... oh shit, no, I forgot. Piedras Blancas, 1959. Free to view on the YouTubes. The movie. This movie here. Which is... Gotta turn it up. I think the couple on the beach is about to... Oh! I don't want your stupid commercials here. They're really taking a long time to kill this couple. Oh, I guess they didn't get killed on the beach. How nice is that?
I don't know.
Good for them.
Don't mind their own business. Who?
All right, we're back to this princess.
He's got the whole town in a state of nerves.
Oh.
He's a great talker.
I told him if he didn't quit it, I was going to have him thrown in jail. Oh, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Come inside for a minute, will you, Fred? I want to
It's fine. Maybe we decide what we want to do after we talked. Okay, drop it. Tighten your grip. I'm tightening my grip.
That coach check's an idiot.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Ordered that cleaner a month
You
ago.
poor thing. Your hands are shaking.
I'll bet we don't
Are
get it
you
this time next month.
scared of me? Because you should be.
Why they can't leave us alone.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Brothers go fishing.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Did I just see if we can end this game really quick? Just to see if it's actually possible to just go through with it?
She's unarmed. If you
Kinda,
hesitate
yes.
now, it'll be too
Yeah, I'm
late.
kind of interested.
End this.
Alright, let's do it. Slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Uh-oh.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
What?
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone
Sledgehammer!
grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit, that hurts!
It did.
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
It was just before my 9th birthday. Father hadn't been feeling too well that afternoon.
Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first.
Holy
bone-crushing
mackerel.
hit.
The
can
princess
still
is
turn
the
this
beast. We can? Okay. Finish the job. You get a job, you finish that job. We're gonna finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm getting paid in the world not ending.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Holy shit.
The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade.
Look at my claws. Why do I have claws?
Well, you're very flattering.
I killed her.
Oh.
I forgive
The two of you fall to the floor.
I'll be all right.
This was fun.
Oh my god.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
Oh my gosh.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder. Do you really think this is the end?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Uh-oh. Little night swim, little naked night swimming. Here it comes. Here comes the monster of Piedras Blancas.
Lucy! Lucy!
Lucy! Lucy! Come home, Lucy. We're all best friends. Oh my god, they really draw this shit out, don't they? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm dead. Chapter 2, The Adversary. Oh, okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
This world? I get a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Oh. Gaslighting.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Nothing really, I guess. I just had the feeling that somebody was watching.
Gaslichting. Let cry.
You go swimming alone again at night. I'm gonna ship you back to that fine school.
That's the spirit.
That's the
No point
spirit.
in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Okay. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Uh-oh.
Get to bed, it's getting late.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Who's this asshole?
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
Hey, we got a monster on the loose. Ooh. Okay.
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Yeah.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Black iron altar this time. Interesting.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Jimmy, you don't have to come to the cemetery.
Jimmy, Bo Jimmy. Wait. Approach the mirror? You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Take the blade. Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement.
Why do I have claws? You guys notice that I have
It's
claws?
all. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
So the first time I did, and she kicked my ass, and I still stabbed her, but she said something about it's not the end, and then we started over outside there, Big Jim. That's what's going on right now. And this ASMR is brought to you by Reject Sweet Corn and Miss Vicky's Sweet and Spicy Ketchup Chips.
Reach forward, rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Well, I am ridiculous. I got fucking claws.
There was a mirror a second ago.
The movie is The Monster of Piedras Blancas, 1959. Also present in the book, The Encyclopedia of Monsters. It's so this lighthouse keeper has this amphibious creature, man creature, lives in like the basement. He feeds them, but then he like runs out of food or some shit. You know, as is usual.
And now it's gone.
There was no
So
mirror.
All of us can stop arguing about it.
But I have clawed hands. Take the blade? I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
True. Although I could use my claws.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it.
Ooh.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Ooh.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you.
Yes.
Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Right. We're here to
As you
slay
descend
them.
the final step,
Damn,
the
she
form
got
of the
hotter.
princess comes into view.
Well, how am I
Large
supposed?
shackles leading
how
from
am
her
I?
wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Hot babe alert, indeed.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Wait, what?
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
I'm gonna seduce her and then stab her. He's like, I hope you heard all of that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time, but last time definitely happened. Yeah.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe.
Okay.
For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Oh. Okay.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Wait, what? Alright, so you do remember. You look different. I'm actually here for you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. Attack the princess. I don't know what happened to you last time we met, but I am not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye. What do you guys think? Did I just try to kill her again? No, don't try to kill her. I'm gonna say you look different.
You look exactly the same.
Oh. I got one vote for stabbing. Do I get another vote for stabbing?
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Oh.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement.
Holy shit balls! He hits hard.
Snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
Chain snap?
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you?
I don't.
That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
He says she lies, though.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through. Don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Okay. Bleeding her out.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Bait an opening and outmove her. Strike at her heart head on. Do we trust her? She's a liar.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
Oh my gosh.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her. She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm here for it. Hot, sexy babe princess.
Forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
Is she gonna explode our head?
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh shit. Chapter 3, Eye of the Needle. Eye of the Needle is the
On a
willow.
path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Me?
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
Voice of the Hunted. Okay.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive.
Oh.
Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone.
Wasn't the world already destroyed last time because I died? Or... No, because she didn't get free. Or she was free, for fuck's sake.
Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning?
Yeah, right?
Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Okay. Yeah, maybe run next time, FJ?
What's going on?
What's going
You'd
on?
only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here. And if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen.
Mama! Okay.
It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever.
Yeah.
I don't like staying still for too long.
Man, this version of Zork is so weird.
It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that.
Okay.
There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here. Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, we're all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
I like the Voice of the Hunted. We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods like her influence is poured into the wood in the world. Yeah. What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else? No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are in a cabin. Might as well go to the cabin. I'm done with this. Bye. Oh,
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods.
Oh.
If it's not,
Looks like a path in a canyon.
something's gone horribly wrong.
Oh, shit. Well, what if we agree with...
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
I think I have.
No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
Okay.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Yeah.
Catharsis is for when we're finished.
Good night, Bob the Bee.
We need
Until we meet again.
us something to chase.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
There's another fucking mirror, though, Mr. Narrator.
The blade is your implement.
What if we leave the blade?
If you're going to do this right.
Will we?
We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. The only space is out there.
How do you feel about the blade?
Maybe it'll go away again.
There's a mirror. Nowhere to go, just a mirror.
For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. Let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement. No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter. I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. We can try to survive without our steel claw, but you've marked us as easy prey.
Oh shit.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you. This really is just like last time. It smells of nothing, yet it's still there. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised?
Doesn't have to be dim.
It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that's
Special. A special passageway.
Before you is what may as well be a sheer.
We can only hope that Sunimara will visit us.
You'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up.
We're here to kill the princess, or slay the princess, rather.
Like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Go to her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Okay. If you want to fight, then how about you come and get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Those chains were nothing to her last time.
Yeah.
And there'll be nothing to her this time. But we need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine by me. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey.
This is where we're gonna meet a Gru.
Lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice.
Always do.
Fast on her. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you.
Where's my seduce option?
Her face droops.
Oh.
There you are. But this time you don't even have that little knife. Do you think this is a joke?
I do, bitch. I'm gonna kill you with
You
my
need me to break
bare
those
hands.
fragile bones again to remind you how serious this is?
I'm gonna fist you.
She's bubbling, hot with rage. We can't get close if we want to live. But we'll be able to draw her out of here.
She's hungry for us.
I know I said this earlier, but I really have to stress how thin of a razor's edge you're on right now. We know.
We know.
The only way out is through the eye of the needle. And we're going to win. We'll need the steel claw. Grab it as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was hoping it'd let me do that. Okay.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow!
Good.
Nice one, Jim.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel.
Ooh, I like
the
hoisting.
cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
Grab the knife.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
Steel claw, now.
Okay. Beat the blades.
Without missing a step, you grab the blade from the altar.
The metal is strong with this
So
one.
you do want to fight me?
Good.
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us.
Yeah.
Your stomach hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous
Exploding.
path. If you waver once, it's all over.
I know, right? There's no seduce option. Alright, we're gonna get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge?
Yeah.
Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
She's thinking about us. Oh, that's hot. Hot. Me too.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move.
Let your body move you. Let your body move. Isn't that like that's a song, isn't it? You sure you want to do this? You're free now. Harry, I have the upper hand, but we don't have to fight. Falling right into my trap. Let's slay the princess.
You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
You've been a dirty little worm.
Charging me head on. Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left, now.
Alright, left, now.
As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike.
Striking. I'm striking.
Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right.
Right.
You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh.
Ooh.
It's nothing. A scratch.
It's merely a flesh wound.
Yes, it could be worse. And you managed to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
Yeah, you are going to be
Actually,
damned.
pull this off, aren't we?
Thanks, Only Flaps.
You just might.
We just
Don't let
might.
it get to your head. Not until it's over.
We just might.
Yes,
Oh.
finally!
Dang.
This is the hole I felt
it's
in my
hot in here?
heart. This is what
Kinda
I've
hot.
needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
Yeah.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wielding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady.
Holy crap poop.
More. Keep going. We can't stop now.
Shouldn't I be back there? I am. I should be. There I am. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. McTeddy! We're slaying a princess.
You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms.
Oh shit.
You're slammed to the ground.
Ooh.
Nothing. These blows are
Because if we
nothing
don't,
to
the
us.
world ends.
But her gambit wasn't enough to close
Yes,
the gap.
Cookie.
It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens? She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go looking for her. The narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
The princess is in the other fuckhole.
It hasn't ended. We're still here. The world didn't. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going. There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Oh,
That thing reeks of death.
it does. Reeks.
Screw the mirror. We
Reek.
just need to find the princess.
Fuck it.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
What else are we gonna do? There's nothing else to do. Voice of the hero.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
How you doing, McTeddy? You approach the mirror. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Holy shit. Oh, sure.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oof. Lot of fucking options. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I really have no idea, lady.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Oh. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Okay. How do you know? The narrator, are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. She is part of me, and part of me.
What do you guys think? Should I kill her? Try to kill her? Oh, but were you always a princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
No killing? So anyway, I started stabbing.
You are familiar, but you are not me.
I am definitely not
I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Witness me!
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
I was sent to slay the princess, stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Okay.
You won't.
Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're
Okay.
on a path in the woods. And at
The
end
real
of that
Slay the
path
Princess starts
is a
here.
cabin.
You'll know it when you see it.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, I think this is where we're going to take our break from the movie in this to visit the world of our vampire that we created last time. You guys remember that? Remember the vampire we made? We're going to do that again. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh, hey. Hi. All right, we are in the middle of a game of a 1,000-year-old vampire. Our vampire is named Loki, son of Bjorn. Son of Bjorn, born and raised in a small village on the coast of the Isle of Man. Clever and hard-working fishmonger. I caught Nyordor, a fisherman, stealing back the fish he had sold to me that day. I beat him, was going to carve a fish mark into his arm when Fringa, my first and most precious customer, begged me to stay my blade. Memory 3, I beat Fenrir Olested in a game of rune dice, and although I desperately wished to demand his wife, my Astrid, in love, I instead settled for his flock of sheep. Memory 4, my father taught me to sail, leaving me the small skiff I used to fish and build my business over many years. I will never forget the sunrise on the ocean. And then finally, terribly drunk after the game I won the sheep in, I wandered into the woods and thought I saw Astrid. In my drunken, passionate state, I grabbed her and forced my lips upon her. The creature responded in kind, and we made love all night. The next night, I awoke with a thirst. Penis was gone. I forgot about that part. We're a vampire without a fucking penis. Where we left us, where we had left the village, because we're obviously a vampire, and it would be too easy to be called out, onto a boat with our sheep to eat under a blanket. And we're picked up after a few days by a pirate ship, meeting Stacy Dead Eyes Livingston, vampire pirate captain. She found me lost at sea. They recognized me for what I am and took my sheep. She would take turns feeding off her willing crew in a sexy way. Teardrop ice cream, hello! Who's got a birthday? You're the birthday man of the day? Well, happy fucking birthday! Aaron! Oh yeah, Aaron, I kickstarted this, and I got a YouTube video. It's got a shit ton of views that I played it, a full one. It's been a while, and I've been wanting to do it again. My last vampire, it was a sailor too, I think. I don't think we want this guy. I don't want this guy to be a sailor. He is a Viking, but it doesn't mean he's got to sail. And happy birthday, Teardrop. How you doing, Aaron? Thanks for stopping by. Ooh, birthday surprises. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. We were at 8. We needed to recognize. You are recognized for what you are by another creature like yourself. Create an immortal character. Lose a resource and gain a skill. Resource was our sheep. We gained a skill. What was the skill? Do I have it back? You. Those memories. Okay. Oh yeah, so our skill we learned from her was how to bleed a person for food in a sexy way. Is it cardboard? Yeah, it's going to be a big box. It's going to be a big refrigerator box that you can just like curl up in, Teardrop. All right, I'm rolling. Rolling. My body rolling raw hot. Oh, you know what? We didn't add the mark. I have no penis. I have no penis. Buttery Jack Sweet Corn. Tonight's chips were sponsored by you, Sweetened Spots of Ketchup. I have been munching on them all night. All right, so on a scale of 0 to Humpty Dumpty, they're a 6 or 7. They're not heavy on the flavor. They're not heavy on the flavor of Suni Mahara. Like, you gotta understand, in today's world of Takis, flavor is like, gotta get that flavor. The flavor itself is good. Don't get me wrong. It's just light. It's just light. It's just like, we're just gonna dust this with some ketchup. There's not like a bam I am addicted to Fuego Twinkies, yes. Yeah, exactly. FJ knows. Humpty Dumpty does, like, they don't fuck around with the flavor. They live in Flavor Town. They are a good chip, though. I appreciate them, and I have been munching them all night. They are good. Hare's brand Keller. Ugh, I'm scared of Reaper shit, all that ghost stuff. I'm scared of it. Rolling a D10 and a D6. I subtract the D10. The D6 from the D10 is going to be -3. That's going to take us back 3 to 5. Here's the new prompt as we rejoin Loki. You murder someone you love or respect rather than let them expose you. Kill a character. Check a skill. If you have no living characters, kill no one and create a beloved mortal character who you have betrayed. Well, we do have a Okay, we don't have to. This doesn't have to be. Okay, so I'm gonna say this makes a lot of sense. Kill a character before they love or respect, rather than let them expose you. I think it's Astrid or Fringa, and we killed them right before we left. We are playing Buttery Jack Sweetcorn. We are playing 1,000-Year-Old Vampire. It is a solo, although you can play a group. We are making the memories of a 1,000-Year-Old Vampire. Okay. Yeah, the Fringa, the boisterous cook for Jarl Balanish. So, it's the Woods Whore that made us. Okay, so Fringa, came by our house because we hadn't been around the first few days. We can't go out during the day. And maybe she comes looking, gets worried, comes looking for us, finds us maybe feeding on something like a sheep or maybe I'd say a sheep or something because we're not killing other people. Or maybe we kill some rando. Cookie and Buttery Jack face off? That'd be a pretty great December, like one of the last games of this season. I'd even make that the finale of this season. Can either of you play on a Tuesday in December? Exactly, Buttery Jack. All right, Fringa is dead. Fringa is dead by our hands because she saw the abomination that we are. That's what prompted us to leave. They were like, you know what, we cannot stay here. We cannot. I have blood on my hands. I am a creature that craves blood. Where can I do a strike through? Can I do a strike through? Yes, I can. All right. Okay, so you murder someone, check a skill. Check a skill. Does checking a skill mean to do this, place a check mark next to the skill in your record sheet. Mechanically, this indicates the skill has been used. Okay. Well, all right, Suni. I'd say we check. I'm thinking sailing because this is what kind of prompts us to leave. We'll do checks like this. We'll make it red or something. I love this fucking music from Slay the Princess. This makes this awesome. Okay. All right, so that was that one. There. We know the destruction and wrath that we wrought before leaving our village. What was the name of the village? No, there was no name of the village. 7 minus 1 is 6. 6. We're going forward 6 to 11. How do you find solace from the raging hunger within you? You may lose one checked or unchecked skill. Yeah, the ye old daddies indeed. All right, how do we find solace from the raging hunger within us? And then we may lose one checked or unchecked skill. How do we find solace? Yeah, besides draining everybody you come across. How do you find solace from the raging hunger within you? I'm wondering. My first thought was we could get rid of sailing because we've already checked it by I have 2 fucking check marks. Okay. Wandering on land for so long that I forget how to sail. It says, well, the prompt is, we just got to come up with how do you find solace, and then you may lose one checked or unchecked skill. You don't really want to lose unchecked skills, because I think the game's over when you lose all your skills and your resources. I think that's... Let me double check. The game ends if you're unable to check or lose a skill or resource when required to do so. So we don't have to lose one. You may lose one, but you don't have to. So we don't have to connect it to a skill. I do like the idea of gambling, though. I like that a lot. So one of your first ways that Loki drowns out the hunger is by gambling. Ooh, art. Okay, like what kind of art? Carving? I like the idea of carving. Little things, carving into things. Golem making. We could well, I can't add a skill. All right, let's say it could lead to that. there's more to this particular entry, but we don't get that more until we roll and come back to it. But we find solace in wood carving. Okay. Next one. 3 minus 4 is 1. We go back 1 to 10. The stars pinwheel above you in the night. The seasons are a blur. You are as an automaton. Unconscious of the passage of decades. A century passes. Strike out a memory. Strike out all mortal characters. Okay. 100 years goes. You mewed me. All right, Astrid is dead. Neodor's dead. The passing of time. We have strike out a memory. What do we want to forget? Hold on. There's memories and there's experience. Oh yeah, each memory can have 3 experiences. So we have 5 memories with 1 experience in each. Yeah, it's a lame memory anyway. Yeah, because this one my dad taught me to sail. That's pretty hardcore. This one I might just, I don't know, just remember beating this man. It's my name. That one's my name. This one's how I was made. Okay. All right, it's been 100 years. 5 minus 1 is minus 1. Or it's positive 1. We're back at 11. Okay, this is why. Okay. So 11, so the next thing is, 11 was how do you find solace, right? For Raging Hunger. Now it is, you discover an internal focus which lets you maintain control of your vampire self. Lose a violent memory. Oh, got one. And take the skill I control the beast and rewrite any unchecked skill as something new. What new name do you take to distance yourself from what you once were? How is the name symbolic? Holy shit, there's a lot in this one. A lot of meat. All right, discovered internal focus lets you maintain control of your vampire self. Lose a violent memory. All right, we're gonna lose this one, memory 2. Jonathan Carver. Ooh. All right, so rewrite any unchecked skill as something else. Call the story meat. Huh. Meat. Huh. All right, we need a new skill. Oh, we have what? So right now we have a new skill, which is I control the beast. Okay, and then we could rewrite one of these to be something else. I like bartering or gambling. Yeah. I like that I've gotten, okay, so I like that Loki has poured themselves into carving. No, I mean, I think I'm with, well, all right, let's do this. Let's do, instead of gambling, let's do wood. I do like making wood carving an actual thing now. Making it a real boy. We've changed our name to Jonathan Carver. I love it. I don't know if you, it doesn't say to actually make that a memory. I don't know. I'm just gonna do this, Jonathan Carver. Jonathan Carver, who pours his pain and everything into carving, is what I like. The idea that Jonathan has spent time out in like forests carving faces into trees, or you know, just doing weird places that they'll do their carvings. You might find their work anywhere. On the side of a church. Ooh, on the back of a pew. I still think, well, there might have been that first 100 years, not only was he a fisherman, but he was also a raging vampire, and now he's got control of it, and to distance himself from that ferality, feralness, he's become the artist known as Jonathan Carver. Ooh, that's cool. Viking Banksy. Hell yeah. You know, Banksy actually came to Detroit. This is a great story. So Banksy came to Detroit, and right down from where I used to work at Kim Leewald, he did a piece on this factory kind of door, and the idiots painted over it. They within 2 or 3 days later, they painted over it. They did not know, nor care. Okay. Okay. That was good. All right. Cool. We got Jonathan Carver, wood carving artist, 100 years later. 1 minus 6 is minus 5. Oh man, we're going back to 6. A mortal character begins serving you. Who are they? Why are they drawn to you? Create a new mortal character. New mortal character. All right. Okay. All right. I was going to say Buttery Jack, but I like Jim Slade too. We'll get you both in there at some point. Jim Slade indeed. Where does it tell you to... Oh. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. With the whole memories. Is memory everything? Should I be making these memories, or do I wait for explicitly to tell me? Almost every prompt will create experience, and experiences eventually combine with one another to become memories, but there's only so much your vampire can remember. Let's say how to play the game. Every time you answer a prompt, you must create experience and add it to the memory unless instructed otherwise. Shit. Balls. We're gonna back up really quick. So, what was our first one? Our first one was, how do you find solace, right? No, it was the killing. Well, we killed somebody. We're on 6 right now. Yeah. We had to kill her. But then we ended up getting rid of that memory. So I think we're empty in that one. so what we're gonna do is this experience will fit nicely under here. Okay. Then Gonzalez and woodworking. I'm going to put that to this memory here. Where was her? Stacy Livingston. Okay. Everybody loves boats, BJ. Yeah, sure. You must have the initials BJS. Oh, that's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. That you both have BJS. Okay. And then what was why did we cross out Astrid? Crossed her out. Because strike out a memory and strike out all mortal characters. Okay, we strike a complete memory out, so that's gone. I don't think we have to add it. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. A mortal character begins serving you. Jim Slade. All right. Jim Slade is a whore? No. A masseuse? Who are they and why are they drawn to you? Easy peasy. Makes a lot of sense. I kind of like Apprentice. I think Apprentice is a good idea. Yeah. Spent years tracking me down. Ooh. Oh, an aesthetic? Okay, maybe he's less of an apprentice. Maybe he wants to record them all, map them out. Yeah, I think you meant an aesthetic. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Ascetici. Ascetici, I think is how you say it. Call it. Jim wants to record. Record's not the right word. It's when you want to make note and you know what I'm saying? Yes, that word. What's what's the word for it's not record, it's when you make note for like a library or a museum or something, catalog. Inscribe. Okay. Drawn to me, I love the. Drawn to the art where they see the face of God. Drawn by the carvings, they see the suffering of Jesus within them. Jim wants to catalog my pieces and record and map where all the free carvings are. And they are, okay. Memory. Let's start a new one here. Have been found. Okay. All right, let's do one more. One more and then back to the princess in the movie. And -1 is 9. We're going forward, ladies and gentlemen. 6 to 15. While traveling, you come into conflict with another immortal. Gain a mark. Who are they? What trick did you play upon them? Create a new immortal character. New vamp. Okay, just thought. Oh, is it just a thought, though? Wine bar in the walking tour. All right, Buttery Jack, you just became a vampire. Oh, what if you run something here at that cape? Oh, are you talking about Big Jim? I mean, Jim? All right, so Oh, I see. This new vampire was like, I knew you were a vampire from what you were carving. Yes. Okay, okay. Buttery Jack. Buttery Jack. We're gonna twist it. It's Buttery Jack Sweet Stone. Art dealer. Right. Due to meeting them, I'm gonna gain a mark. Mark is an invisible indication of your vampire's undying state. So, depending on where we think Buttery Jack Sweetstone. Hear me out. Lover. An art dealer. Published a news article asking for me to visit him. I'll put that in the memory. Pushed by Jem. I agreed. Yeah, it's what trick did you play upon them? So what I'm thinking is lover's stilted lover is where I'm going because I got no penis. I'm adding a new mark. So I'm wondering, is there a fun thing there? Or maybe that's something we'll pull out later somewhere else? Because there's other ways we can go with a vampire art dealer where we play tricks on them, right? Oh, it's traveling, you come into conflict. It's right from the beginning. You come in conflict with another immortal. Okay, I got it. Boom. This is easy peasy. Buttery Jack Sweetstone, the vampire art dealer, just knows that I'm a vampire, right? I send Jim to act as me. I send Jim to act as me, and I watch from the side. Buttery Jack does not believe it, will not believe it, and attacks Jim. And I have to step in and fight off Buttery Jack. And in the process, I gain a mark of some sort. What do you think my mark is? Gotta make that dick save. No, it's gonna be it's gonna be some wound. Okay, so a mark is I was explained in the book, is a visible indication of your vampire's undying state and any other thing that sets them apart from mortal people. An ever-bleeding wound on the throat, eyes that are blank and white, a trailing specter, a ferocious scar, a hollow abdomen full of rats. Right now, the only mark we have is we no longer have our penis. It was ripped off, and then we were made a vampire. It never grows back. Invisible penis. That's what you get for forcing yourself upon the woods whore. Maybe cliche, okay. All right, let me hear you out. Now, Jim, you, I played a trick on an art dealer vampire to sent you in to act as me. The vampire, however, is pissed. Well, Jim, he attacks in anger. Jim, he can't believe that because he believes that he can see that it's a vampire due to the carvings. He's right. He being Buttery Jack. Attacks Jim. I intervene. He also says, yeah, Jim has 2 penises. The celery stalks at midnight. Do we like missing ear or... Yeah, I guess missing ear is fine. I want to carve into myself. Like something. Hides penis. Sure, Buttery Jack. Good luck. Where are you hiding your penis? Only flaps? Alright, so. Alright, we'll go with ear. It's good. Intervene. And although I save Jim, Buttery bites my ear off. And it never truly heals. Okay, and then that memory. Man, I feel like there could be something better than that, though, for an art dealer. Okay. Anyway, we'll keep the ripped ear. It is reminiscent. Yeah, that's what. Oh, so maybe Van Gogh later is inspired to do it because of a famous wood carving artist. Maybe I inspire him to do it later on. I like it. Now I'm sold. Now I am sold. All right, we have successfully. We were at 15. So, last prompt. All right, our last prompt was 15. We've remade ourselves over 100 years into a wood carver. We carve tortured images into trees and other places. Track down, we have a mortal who works for us, Mr. Jim Slade. And we met another vampire, Buttery Jack Sweetstone, who ripped our ear. Nice. 2, right? The second one, FJ? All right. Let's get back to slaying a princess. Boom. And we can finish up this movie. Save this. Okay. And let's start the movie back up. They're going into a cave. Holy shit. Holy shit, you guys missed it. Check this out. 1959. They weren't afraid. Holy fuck. Just someone's head. Shoot the head. Shoot the crab.
Come on. You must have gone out through the fountain. Come on.
She got crabs, all right. All right, here we go. We're back. Killing this fucking princess. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end up is because oh, wait, this is all the same.
We'll all have to go back. We'll need reinforcements. Well, come on, let's go then. He needs medical attention. Now look, man. We'll start the hunt tomorrow morning at daybreak. Bring everybody, boys.
Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch Viva la Revolution. That's new.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine lead. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I think I just grabbing a blade, marching down there, and stabbing her in the eye.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and
I know,
save
right?
the world without
I know.
it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good.
No.
You're still
no
listening to reason.
I'm not going to say anything.
You walk down the stairs.
I'm just going to straight up
She's so
murder.
coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Flaps.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Give me the option. Just give me that still your ears and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
All hands mommy wants me to do this. I'm going to do it.
No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
We just said there was no talking, lady.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate, you lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh.
Holy mackerel. I did it. Look at that. I got like feathers.
This is it, isn't it?
It is, lady.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
I don't know. Maybe?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Over? Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has some other trick up her sleeve. I'm going to believe it.
Exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Okay.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Thank you, narrator.
But that day isn't today.
Oh.
Let's just get out of here.
Yeah.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
What?
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
How dare you? You don't know.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone.
Why must I trust you?
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades.
I'm a fucking vampire again?
It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Why does he keep telling me I'm going to be happy?
Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no. Do we have any idea how to get us out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
What's the idea?
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Oh. Stab ourselves in the dick?
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Let's say, what if we kill her?
It's the only way out.
Oh.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Right.
Don't you dare.
Well, from the description you and the doctor gave me, and the careful analysis of these two scales, I'd say it was created at the bottom of the sea. No, I don't understand.
That's it.
Thank you.
From the structure of this scale that is capable of sustaining
Yeah, really.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss?
I'm thinking of
You
Old Boy. I made this happy little place for you.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Does he have a brain that's capable of right?
You pick up the blade,
Does
stab
indeed.
yourself, and you die.
We're in real trouble.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Thanks, Doug.
Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Now leave?
Oh. Do you think there's something else out there? Alright. Let's see what we can find. It's bound to be more interesting.
Voice of the cold. Oh, this is a new voice. Okay.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're
I
going?
wonder if you get different voices depending on what you pick in this scene. That's kind of cool. Lie. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. We'll try it.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yeah.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient.
Hell yeah.
Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all. Oh, how quaint. He really wants us to go in there, doesn't he? You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
Dies?
Forever.
Forever, ever? Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Fine. You turn around.
I am for real.
You came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. Everything is getting...
Ooh.
What's going on? Where are we? I don't know. But it feels like home.
Oh. The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothing. You find yourself in long quiet once again. Memory returns. There's just a rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. You already know what dwells in the empty spaces. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Hold on. We've got beast and boobies. Monster. Piedras Blancas. Ooh. Okay. Oh, he knows how to use doors. I know, Big Jim. Nice one, Only Flaps. So you saw that movie, Only Flaps? Oh my gosh, look at this boy. He's got a lot of slobber. Okay. Denial. Return to your destined path or face the consequences. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay.
You're here to slay.
Okay.
The evolution of any species could clear up a lot of unanswered questions. I guess so, but it ain't getting this met.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Thanks for telling me what to do. Okay, did I get a different
you make
voice?
your way up the short path to the cabin. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Yep.
The blade is...
Yep. Let her go, bladeless. Yeah,
open,
that's what I was thinking too.
revealing her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
That's different.
Is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Oh.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous...
We're
letting
fucking
her out
saving
of
her
it
this time.
before it finally sinks in.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
This guy just, he didn't slay his princess, he just took her. So you my princess now. Okay.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Sound like, Fiona.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
It's taking her out into the water. Oh. Does screaming help underwater? Is that why he screams? Roar. Roar. Get him, Grandpa! Dad. Headshot! Headshot! I think Dad's gonna die. Headshots are hard, man. Alright, princess.
She's beautiful. How could
Yeah.
I am begging you to stay focused.
No, I'm saving my
hi.
princess.
I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Yeah, exactly, Flaps. That's pretty
I
hard.
brought something to
with
deal
a
with these
30-30.
chains.
Did I bring something to deal with these?
If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end. You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
Laundry day is today.
Laundry day is Sunday.
That stuff
You're
is
making
stealing
a
my thunder.
huge mistake.
He's in the tower.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Use the net to block the entrance off.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Why not?
Throw it up and we'll rig it to the tow rope and make a bosun's chair.
There you go.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh,
Is someone
shit.
else here?
Yeah.
Your shouts and pleas are met with with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Oh, top of the lighthouse.
Oh, hold your fire. You might get strangers.
Hit him with the rifle. Knock him off. That's like Empire. That's like King Kong. Oh, tricked him. Oh. Yeah, right. Try the door.
But it's locked from the outside. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you made.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Oh, fish guy goes falling into the water. That's smart. Throw him into the water. Must be the end of the movie. How is that? Oh wait, I bet. Is there something at the end? I wonder. Is there like the end question mark? It should be. Like I want to leave it. Let's leave him. Right. Leave it there. Okay. Okay. Always remember the Monster of Piedras Blancas. He's got to be still alive. They just threw him off the lighthouse into water, and he's amphibian. They did lock us down here, princess.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Oh, that's a good point, Flaps.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with
Are you
the
all seeing this?
determination of a trapped wolf.
The fuck?
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
The only option is to save the princess. Awesome.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Jesus
her limb
Christ.
falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Jeeba.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
I know, right?
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she
Something
still
hand
smiling
job.
after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward.
Narrator, how dare you?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
No.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains
How
frozen,
dare you take
stubborn
over me?
Resistance,
Fuck you, tell my
Princess
story.
takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
I know. Look at my gruesome nails.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry!
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry!
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Tears carve rivulets of pink. I like it.
It can't just end like this.
I don't think it's gonna.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what
Congratulations, FJ.
The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
But is it? Is it?
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her. My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Oh, okay.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table.
And all of New York City.
The princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Wow.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
It's a shame that was only one episode.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
I beg to differ.
I beg to
I'm going to
differ.
argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Protestations. I like the way.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
That's true.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Just keep killing world upon
If it's
world.
the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you
Why
think
don't
the
you show
people
me?
there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
She would never. She's a
We're just
perfect
trusting
angel
your
that you
fucking.
cruelly
We're just trusting
imprisoned as
you.
Part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Dastardly.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her.
All my homies hate the narrator. I'm with it. I'm gonna find a way to save her
That's
from that
right,
cabin.
You can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with?
You've given me no proof
Well,
that
the
worlds are
cabinet,
gonna end,
You
buddy.
still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation.
Let's go save a princess.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled.
They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries. A prison befit. The blade is your implement. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second.
Now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Oh yeah, so we're the game's starting to admit we have feathers. We're gonna take the blade because we might need it.
Take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the
Yeah, we got
world.
feathers on our arms, and I noticed that before in the art, but now the game is saying that we have
I
feather.
suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Yes.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge. And
Oh.
hopefully it doesn't
I
get
don't
turned
know
on
if I
us. Again.
Unintended, bruh?
There's no use arguing over motivations right now.
I was thinking more of a harpy.
Blade, you'll need it to do your job. The door to
Over the
basement creaks
rainbow.
up, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
True.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely
she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
And your raging boner.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
She called me dashing.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yeah,
that's
dummy.
right, villain. And you killed us.
You killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Yeah.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Right, but we don't have any proof. We have no idea.
We never saw a world end.
Thank you.
And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
You killed me last time and hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to...
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
That's a good point. What do you guys think? I don't know if rescuing her is necessarily the right thing, but I'm tired of the narrator telling us that
rescue her? What are you talking about?
We're just supposed to trust him.
She's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? You'll be able to slip her out with ease.
This is a love run. Yeah, hell yeah.
You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
Good point.
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Okay.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be.
Right.
Let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Gizmo, bring me the blade.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Fuck yeah,
I
we are.
can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Boobs.
Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
All right.
What do we do now?
Well, I got some ideas. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
In the world?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Scrump. Why do you tell me what you want? There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. You want to leave? Then let's leave. Something isn't right here. I'm sorry. Slay the princess. Do you want to end the world?
Are you seriously asking her that?
Exactly, Big Jim.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No, I don't want the world to end. Whoa.
Good answer. Now slay her.
If you don't want to end the world, then I don't want to end the world either.
Why? Why would you have us slay this beautiful creature? Did you not hear her just now? She specifically said she doesn't want to end the world. Yeah, but aren't you getting the feeling she's just telling us what we want to hear? Even if she was, isn't that a good thing? If only she could hear me. All I would ever say is what I think she would like to hear.
Get slayed her.
Kind, you're better off not arguing with that dolt. She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so...
That sounds perfect.
Let's leave.
As the princess takes your hand,
I want
in
one
hers,
fucking...
your blade tumble uselessly to the floor.
Yeah.
And with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world. We have each other. We don't need the world for
Give me
our
one
happy
clue.
ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about it. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
You bastard.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together.
Blah.
Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring.
Me too. Yeah, staring in your eyes, yeah.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Cold.
Oh.
Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
But you don't get a chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
You approach the mirror.
I don't like that silence.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. Is there more of me? You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Almost hear the voice from Portals. Portal?
It feels correct.
Portal, right? Isn't that the game?
This is what I need to be.
Seems weird saying it out
This is the
loud.
only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Okay. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around her. Why can I do the same things I've done before? You haven't been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Your will cuts across entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
You raise your will to end your life, but but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here. I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is you're here to sleep.
Let's bring her a new one.
You make your way up the
We want new perspectives.
The interior of the cabin is on the blade. You take the blade. The door to the basement creaks up her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds, don't let it fool you.
Okay.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs. She's so focused on the task at hand.
And there you are.
There's no new voice.
Are you here to kill me or something?
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we should. We should just... Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. The blade tumbles out.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just... talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
They have not. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons. No, if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am to trust them. Remain silent. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Oh, it's whatever you chose this way determines the voice
That doesn't sound right to me.
for the second act. Okay.
And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed. It feels like you've been hit with a slate. Holy shit, that! Though she's unarmed. Push your blades. We can still turn... Are you serious? As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering to the ground. You lacked the will to finish the job. You're the princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you. This is the end, isn't it?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving, and then she brings her knee to your throat.
Ooh.
She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe
Damn.
and leaving you...
It's too bad.
I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The tower.
You're on a path. You're here. A warning. Before she will lie, we might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't play. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here. The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The blade is your implement. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small. You take the blade from the altar. It would be...
No wasting time on the mirror.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spire. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't
Yes,
kidding
Mommy.
when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decision.
I am. Bye-bye.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over what the princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Yes,
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that. And yet you did. She
told us
so
to.
much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right. She's right. We've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well, I'll be damned. That's not... Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Yes.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's
We're
not
so
much else for
easy.
me to say.
So easy.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong.
I know, right?
Trying to conceal you. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine. Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade.
All you need to do is believe it's been done. Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Pledge your loyalty to your better is the achievement I just got. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where does she go? Should we miss that up?
You've withered. Oh no. Oh no, I had grown and now I withered. Was that not a good perspective? She's bigger.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen.
Thanks, Big Jim. I think I'm going to be done after this one. I don't think I'm going to try to finish it tonight.
And my attention is turned inward, except when you are here.
I'm wondering how many perspectives really have to, how many times you have to go through this.
Change when our work is done. We will know when we near our destination. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Bring the tower to her. A dominant vessel.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay.
And at the end of that path...
We're gonna end there.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Indeed. Alright, let's that will conclude tonight's It Came From the Dungeon. Overall, I ate a bunch of these chips. They were pretty good. Thank you, Buttery Jack. Next week will be Swashbucklers. Next Thursday will be Swashbucklers. I always go until I suck something. Man, it is crazy how coincidental these quotes are. Most of the time. You know? What do you want to read into? The fuck is this? That looks cool.
I've been
Oh, goddamn. I got a cool overlay. I'm a sucker for a good overlay. B.O. :
ultimate episode. So we're not streaming on Saturday, okay?
Oh,
Hear me
like they're
now.
wrapping up
We're
that
streaming
bad.
on Monday. 1.5 hour long episode.
Oh, I wonder if anybody else is playing Slay the Princess. That's what we'll do. Ooh. 379. Whoa.
This is fine. Oh, that's me every day.
Voice of the Paranoid.
Talking about this
Wow.
isn't fine. It was better when she was an
Okay, that's cool. Let's read this guy. Prez of the Castle.
These consequences have no real impact on us outside.
Let me little Baldur's Gate I got, y'all.
I'm sure.
Let's go to head out. FJ, thanks for coming by, hanging out for a while. See you tomorrow for some fruit soup. Night, Big Jimothy. Good night, Crone. Jellicato. See you all. Freeze and see. You all have a good night. See you for some fruit soup tomorrow. Yes. Viva la dungeon.